My name is Sam McLaughlin. I'm a senior music production and technology major. Music production, people usually think it's about making beats. That's definitely a part of it, but that's not everything. Being a producer in music also means having an idea in your head and gathering all the necessary musicians to come together and play what is in your head to create like a beautiful song. That's what I really think is music production. And now the technology side, that's my favorite. That's my favorite part of it. Technology is all about getting to know the programs of music, getting to know how to actually record it, getting to know the equipment used and how to use it properly. I like to be behind the desk in studios, meaning I'm not in the booth recording anything, playing an instrument. That's not my forte. My forte is being behind the computer, making all the adjustments, editing the music. I do love playing music live because I am a drummer. It's really fun. It helps me release a lot of stress, honestly. I think that it's very good for my soul and anybody who wants to play music. It's very good and healthy for you to perform music. So the biggest difference is, at least for me, when I'm in the studio, it's very technical, very particular, very detailed, and when I'm performing live, it's more expressive. I can be crazy, I can be just wild. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm prepared for actual performances, but usually when I'm up on stage, I nail it. Sometimes. I mean, there's like minor mistakes, but the thing is, usually the audience doesn't know the mistakes that I'm making. So if you just kind of move past it, move along, keep going, the audience doesn't hear anything. So biggest fear is kind of just messing up, but it usually turns out well. So what I want to do with my life is be a recording and mixing engineer. And when you're a recording engineer, you have a client come in and they have to pay for studio time, and studio time is very very expensive, especially if you're at a big studio. My biggest fear is not being able to keep up with the speed that they record at, because if I waste their time, then they're not going to hire me again to work with them. So I had to be very professional. I had to be very prepared. I have to be very on top of everything that I do. And sometimes I'm afraid that I'm just gonna be a little too slow, and no one's gonna want to work with me. Two of my closest friends, Noah Bardwell and Nate Lottie. I'm really happy they're in my life because they really help me push my limits. I love being in the studio and having them with me because it's just an extra brain to help me process what's going on, because they can see what I'm not seeing. If I'm making an adjustment and they don't think that it's right, they'll tell me, and I'm really happy that they're like that. They're not afraid to tell me, hey, you're doing this wrong, or hey, maybe you can do this a little better. But they help me tremendously, really support me in everything that I do, and really glad they're part of my life.